Something shifted last night, and somehow you felt it before you even understood why. That small flutter in your chest, that quiet feeling that something out there had changed. That was not your imagination. It was real. And in the next few minutes, you are going to understand exactly what happened and why it matters so deeply to your life. Before we go any further, I want you to do something small but powerful. Type the words "I am open" in the comments below right now so the universe knows you are ready to receive what is being shared with you today. This simple act tells your guardian angels that your heart is open and listening. Dear one, if you are watching this right now, it is not by accident. There is a reason your eyes landed on this message today, out of everything else you could have been doing. Your guardian angels have been waiting for this exact moment to speak with you, because they know you are finally ready to hear it. This message comes from a place of pure love and deep compassion, and it is meant to open your heart to the truth of what is quietly unfolding in your life right now, even if you cannot see it clearly yet. So take a slow breath, let your shoulders relax, and listen closely, because what you are about to hear may change the way you see everything that has happened to you lately. The angels want you to know something important today. Your soulmate's life took a real turn last night. Yes, dear one, something shifted for them in a way that may surprise you, but you deserve to know why. You deserve to understand the reason behind this change, because it is connected to you far more than you realize. The angels are here right now, gently guiding you through it, step by step, so nothing feels confusing or overwhelming. The changes that happened for your soulmate did not happen by chance. Nothing in this universe happens without a reason, and this is no different. There is a purpose behind this shift, and it is tied directly to your journey together. Even though it may seem unclear right now, even though it may feel unexpected or a little strange, know this, it is a good and positive shift. This change is bringing your soulmate closer to becoming the person they need to be so they can fully open their heart and embrace the love that already exists between you. Dear one, pause for a second. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. A very special thank you to dear Lita, MS Valerie, and Stephen for sowing your seed for Soulmate here through Ko-Fi link. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you always. Thank you for your beautiful support. Blessings always. Let's know what angels want us to know. The angels are telling you, dear one, that while this shift may have felt difficult or uncomfortable for your soulmate, it was necessary for their growth and for the love that is meant to unfold between the two of you. They are learning. They are healing. They are quietly evolving in ways that will prepare them to be with you completely, without holding anything back. You might be sitting there wondering, why does this matter so much to me? Why do I feel so deeply connected to what is happening in their life? Even though they may feel distant right now, even though they may be going through their own private struggles that have nothing to do with me on the surface. The answer is simple, and it is beautiful. Your soulmate's growth and their changes are woven together with yours. You are connected in a way that goes far beyond what the physical eyes can see. And as they shift and grow, something inside you shifts and grows too, even if you cannot name it. Every small step they take toward healing is a step both of you are taking together, toward the love you were always destined to share. The angels want you to understand that this turn in their life is a good sign. It is proof that they are moving closer to the love the two of you are meant to build. This shift is not only about them. Dear one, it is about you too. The angels want you to know that you are part of this transformation, whether you can see your role in it yet or not. As your soulmate's life takes this new direction, you are being gently called to continue walking your own path of growth and healing. Both of you are being quietly prepared for a love that is more profound, more real, and more deeply transformative than anything either of you has ever known before. This is the divine plan moving in motion, dear one. And every single step both of you take, even the small, quiet ones, is leading you both closer to the love that has always been meant for you. Your soulmate is awakening in ways they haven't before. Something inside them is stirring, opening, softening. They are beginning to see the truth of who they really are and what they are truly capable of becoming. They are starting to recognize how important this love is, and slowly, they are coming to understand that they can no longer keep ignoring what their heart feels. It is getting louder inside them, even if their actions have not caught up with their feelings just yet. This shift, this turn in their life, is their soul's own quiet way of preparing for the future they are destined to share with you. But understand, dear one, this is not only a physical or emotional shift happening in them. It is a spiritual one, deep down in the roots of who they are. They are being gently guided by the divine to step fully into their own power, to heal from wounds carried from the past, and to align themselves with the person they were always meant to become for you. This inner transformation is necessary so they can finally show up in your life with an open heart, ready to love you with the fullness they have always carried quietly within them. The angels want you to understand that the time is coming when you will begin to see this shift reflected in their actions, not just felt in your intuition. It may not happen immediately. It may take a little more time for them to fully express what they are feeling inside, or for their outer life to align with the path the two of you are meant to walk together. But please, rest assured, dear one, this shift is already happening. It is already unfolding quietly behind the scenes, and it will bring them closer to you than ever before. They are slowly waking up to the truth of what is possible between the two of you, and the angels want you to know that this shift is only the first step toward a beautiful future you will share together. So what does this mean for you, dear one? What does this shift in their life mean for your future together? It means everything is aligning in perfect timing, even if it does not look that way from where you are standing right now. It means the love you have been waiting for is already on its way, and everything is quietly falling into place behind the scenes, exactly as it is meant to. The angels are gently telling you to trust the process, to trust in divine timing, and to trust that everything happening right now is leading both of you toward the moment when your paths will truly and fully align. Your soulmate is working through their own healing right now. They are slowly becoming the person they need to be in order to embrace the love that has been destined for both of you since the very beginning. And when that moment finally comes, you will both be ready. You will both be whole, healed, and aligned with one another in a way that allows your love to bloom in the most beautiful and natural way possible. Dear one, while your soulmate works through this process on their end, continue focusing on your own path too. Continue your own healing, your own growth, and your own gentle journey towards self-love. You are not waiting around for someone else to complete you. You are already whole. You are already complete just as you are right now in this very moment. And as you continue to grow, to heal, and to align with your higher self, you are quietly creating the space for your soulmate to do the same on their side. The more you stand firmly in your own truth, the more you embrace your own inner strength and power, the more you create the perfect, welcoming space for your soulmate to step forward with their truth and their love, fully and without fear. As you keep walking this path, know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even the parts that feel slow or uncertain right now. Every step you take towards self-discovery and self-love is aligning your life with the love you truly desire. And every step your soulmate takes toward their own healing and growth is bringing them closer to the love the two of you will share. Even though it may feel like things are moving slowly, trust that the universe is quietly working behind the scenes to bring you both together in the most perfect way possible. You are not waiting in vain, dear one. Every single moment, even the quiet, uneventful ones, is part of a much bigger divine plan. You may find yourself wondering why this whole process takes so much time. Why can't your soulmate just be ready right now? Why can't they simply open their heart to you fully, without any hesitation or fear? The angels want you to understand something gentle but important. Healing is a journey, and it cannot be rushed, no matter how much either of you wishes it could be. Your soulmate is going through their own personal spiritual awakening right now, and this awakening is completely necessary for them to truly step into the kind of love they are meant to give you. It is a slow process of clearing away old wounds, facing fears from the past, and coming into full alignment with their own higher self. And as they move through this process, one gentle step at a time, they are being quietly guided toward the exact love they are meant to share with you. This is not about you sitting around waiting for them to fix themselves. Dear one, this is about both of you healing, both of you growing, and both of you becoming the very best versions of yourselves. So that when you finally come together, it happens in the most beautiful, divine way possible. You are both learning to love yourselves fully, to stand firmly in your own power, and to align with your highest truth. And as you do this important inner work, the love between you grows stronger and stronger, even if you cannot see it or measure it right now. The angels gently ask you, dear one, to trust the timing of this connection. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it is meant to, even when it feels uncertain. Your soulmate is not intentionally holding back from you. They are simply moving through the necessary steps to prepare themselves for the love they are about to give you fully. And when the time finally comes, they will be ready. They will open up to you completely, without hesitation, because by then they will have healed, grown, and come into full alignment with the love they feel for you deep inside. As you wait, the angels gently encourage you to keep your heart open. Do not close yourself off simply because of how long it is taking. Do not shut your heart down just because it feels like things are not moving fast enough for your liking. Keep your heart soft and open to the possibility of love, and trust that it truly is on its way to you. When the time comes, when your soulmate is finally ready, they will come forward with an open heart, fully prepared to step into this love with you completely. And when that moment arrives, it will feel like everything has aligned perfectly, all at once. It will feel like all the waiting, all the quiet longing, and all the uncertainty were completely worth it, because this love will be real, true, and beautifully whole. But while you wait, dear one, remember this important truth. You are not alone in this. Your angels are with you every single step of the way, gently guiding you, quietly supporting you, and helping you stay aligned with your higher self through it all. They are working behind the scenes for you, just as they are working behind the scenes for your soulmate, to make sure everything unfolds in the most perfect timing possible. So when you feel impatient, when uncertainty creeps in, when you find yourself wondering when this love will finally come to you, turn inward and trust. Trust that the angels are working closely with you, and trust that the love you seek is already quietly making its way toward you. Dear soul, before we continue with today's angel message, I'd like to invite you into a small but meaningful act of faith for your soulmate journey. Love is one of heaven's greatest gifts, yet every precious connection can face moments of uncertainty, fear, or unseen negativity. If your heart feels led to place your soulmate connection into God's loving hands, you can sow your seed through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. As you give, let your seed become a heartfelt intention of hope, inviting the angels to surround you and your soulmate with divine protection, healing, wisdom, and perfect timing. May your connection continue to grow under God's guidance, strengthened by love, peace, and His everlasting light. The Bible reminds us that every act of generous giving is an expression of faith. Proverbs 11 verse 25 says, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." And Acts 20 verse 35 reminds us, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." When we give with a joyful heart, we honor God and place our trust in His perfect plan. If you feel called to sow this seed today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May God bless your generosity, strengthen your soulmate bond, and fill your life with love, favor, and heavenly peace. Now, let's continue with today's angel message. Dear one, the love between you and your soulmate is not something that can be rushed or forced. It has to unfold in its own time, in its own rhythm, in its own way. But know this, it is real. It is meant to be, and it will arrive when both of you are truly ready to fully embrace it, heart and soul. The angels want you to focus on your own growth, your own peace, and your own happiness while you wait for this love to arrive. You are not waiting for someone else to complete you. You are already complete exactly as you are right now. And as you continue growing into the very best version of yourself, you create the space for your soulmate to do the very same thing on their side. When you both finally come together, it will feel like a reunion of two souls who are already whole, already healed, and already aligned with their highest truth. And when that moment comes, dear one, it will be the most beautiful, transformative love you have ever experienced in your life. As you continue to wait and trust, remember that love is not simply an arrival. It is a process, a gentle unfolding of two souls slowly coming into alignment with one another. The angels want you to understand that while you wait for your soulmate to be ready, this time is not only about patience. It is a time for you to evolve, to step fully into your own power, and to grow into the person who can fully give and receive the love you truly desire. You are not just waiting around for someone else to change, to come around, or to be ready. You are on your very own journey, one of healing, self-discovery, and growth. And in doing this quiet inner work, you are making space for your soulmate to meet you exactly where you are, fully prepared to step into this beautiful love with you. The angels are working closely to guide your soulmate toward their highest truth, toward the love they are meant to share with you. They are gently helping your soulmate heal old wounds, clear away fears from the past, and move through the challenges that have held them back from fully embracing the love they feel for you. Just as they are helping you, dear one, to heal, to grow, and to align with your highest self, they are working with your soulmate too, quietly guiding them toward their own evolution. This process takes time, but trust that every single moment is bringing you closer to the union you are both destined to experience. Your soulmate may not yet be fully aware of the depth of their feelings for you, but their soul already knows. Their soul recognizes yours, and it has always known the truth, even before their mind fully caught up to it. But they must first face their own fears and doubts, work through their own personal struggles, and reach a place of clarity before they can come forward fully. This is a necessary part of their process. It is not a sign that they do not love you or that they do not care about you. No, dear one, it is a sign that they are on their way, and they are becoming the person who will be able to share their love with you completely, without holding back. But what you must understand, dear one, is that this time of waiting is not only about them. It is also about you. The angels are encouraging you to use this time wisely. Use it to focus on yourself, to nurture your own soul, to embrace your own inner strength, and to step fully into your own power. When you become aligned with the highest version of yourself, you create the perfect environment for your soulmate to enter your life and for your love to flourish naturally. You are not waiting for someone to make you happy or to complete you. You are already complete. You are already worthy of the love you seek. And by focusing on your own growth during this time, you make space for this love to enter your life in the most beautiful, transformative way possible. The angels ask you to trust in this divine process, even when it feels slow. Trust that your soulmate is truly on their way. Even if you cannot see the full picture right now, trust that every step you take toward your own healing, every time you release a little more fear, doubt, or insecurity, you are aligning yourself more closely with the love that is meant for you. And trust that your soulmate is going through their own process of healing, of understanding, and of preparing for the love that is about to enter their life too. When the time is right, your paths will cross, and everything will come together in a way that feels perfect, natural, and effortless. The angels want you to know that this love you seek is not something fleeting. It is not a love that comes and goes with the seasons. It is a love that will endure. It will be deep, lasting, and truly meaningful. And when your soulmate finally steps forward to embrace this love, you will both know, without a single doubt, that this is the love you have been waiting for, the love that has been destined for both of you since the very beginning. So, dear one, continue to trust. Trust that your soulmate's life is unfolding exactly as it should, and that every moment of waiting is bringing both of you closer to the beautiful union you are meant to share. Trust that the angels are guiding you both toward each other, and that when the time is right, you will come together in a love that is pure, real, and everlasting. Trust that everything happening right now is part of the divine plan, and that you are exactly where you need to be. You are moving steadily toward a future filled with love, peace, and fulfillment. This waiting is not in vain, dear one. It is part of the journey, part of the process that will lead you both to the love that has always been meant for you. And when that moment finally comes, when your soulmate is truly ready to embrace the love they feel for you, it will be the most beautiful, life-changing moment of your life. It will be a love that changes everything. And you will know, without a doubt, that every moment of waiting, every lesson learned, and every challenge faced along the way was worth it. Dear one, as you move forward on this path, remember that this is a journey of faith. You are being gently asked to trust in what you cannot yet see, to believe in a future that has not fully revealed itself just yet. But the angels want you to know, dear one, that faith is the bridge between where you are right now and where you are truly meant to be. Even when the road feels uncertain, even when it feels like nothing is happening at all on the surface, know that the angels are working quietly behind the scenes, gently orchestrating every step of this journey for you. Everything that is happening, everything you are experiencing right now, is leading you toward a love that will last a lifetime. This time of waiting is a time of quiet growth, dear one. The angels want you to understand that while you wait for your soulmate to be ready, you are also being lovingly prepared. You are being shaped, gently and patiently, into the person who will be fully ready to embrace the love that is meant for you. Every step you take toward self-discovery, toward truly understanding who you are, brings you closer to the love that will become your future. And as you continue to grow, continue to heal, and continue to align with your higher self, you create the space for your soulmate to step forward, fully prepared to share in this beautiful love with you. It is not only about them being ready. It is about both of you being ready. Ready to stand side by side, heart to heart, in a love built on trust, respect, and true understanding. The angels ask you to keep your heart open, dear one, to stay soft and receptive to what the universe is quietly bringing your way. Do not close yourself off simply because the waiting feels long, or because you cannot yet see exactly how things will unfold. Keep your heart open to the possibilities, and trust that when your soulmate is finally ready, they will come forward fully open, ready to embrace the love that has always been meant for you. Dear one, the angels also want you to know that this love is not only about romantic connection. It is about a deep soul-level bond. It is about two souls coming together, two hearts finding their way to one another in perfect harmony. The angels are preparing both of you to come together in a way that is far more profound than you can even imagine right now. This is not a fleeting love. This is the kind of love that lasts, that grows, that deepens with time. This is the kind of love that heals and transforms, that brings both of you into the fullness of your true purpose. When your soulmate finally opens their heart to you, it will be an opening of the deepest kind, a full surrender to the love that has always been meant to be. And dear one, when that moment comes, when they step into your life fully, it will feel like everything has quietly clicked into place. You will both understand that every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty, was part of a divine plan that led you both to this exact moment. The love you share will be pure and real, and it will carry a depth that neither of you could have ever imagined beforehand. It will be a love that lasts, that endures, that continues to grow as both of you keep evolving and aligning with your higher selves. Trust, dear one. Trust that this love is coming to you. Trust that your soulmate is quietly working behind the scenes to align with the divine timing of your life. And trust that when the time is right, they will come forward with an open heart, ready to step fully into the love you have both been waiting for. You are not waiting in vain, dear one. This love is real, and it is coming. And when it finally arrives, it will be the most beautiful, life-changing surprise you have ever experienced. It will be everything you have dreamed of and so much more. You are worthy of this love, dear one. You are worthy of the love that is already being prepared for you right now, in this very moment. You are worthy of a soulmate who sees you for exactly who you truly are, and who is ready to stand by your side in love, in truth, and in true partnership. The angels are gently guiding you both toward this moment. And when it finally arrives, you will know without a single doubt that everything that has happened has led you to this divine, beautiful love. So continue to trust, continue to heal, continue to grow, and know, dear one, that your soulmate is already on their way. While you continue this journey, remember that every quiet feeling you have had, every small sign you have noticed, every unexplainable pull toward hope, has all been the angels gently reminding you that you are seen, you are loved, and you are never walking this path alone. There is a soft, steady current carrying you forward, even on the days it feels completely still. Some days will feel lighter than others. Some days the waiting will feel almost effortless, and other days it may feel heavy, like nothing is moving at all. On those heavier days, dear one, be gentle with yourself. You do not need to have all the answers right now. You do not need to understand every part of this journey before you can trust it. Trust is not about knowing everything. It is about choosing peace even in the not knowing. Dear soul, before we continue, if this message is touching something deep within you, take a moment to think about your soulmate. Sometimes a sudden change in someone's life can be the beginning of healing, awakening, or a completely new chapter. You may not know what your soulmate is facing right now, but you can still hold an intention for their peace, protection, and guidance. If your heart feels led, you can sow a seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the link in the video description and pinned comment. Let this seed represent a simple and heartfelt intention of love and faith, that wherever your soulmate is tonight, they are surrounded by God's light, protected from negativity, healed from what they've been carrying, and guided toward what is meant for them. You don't give because you are trying to force an outcome. You give because your heart chooses to believe, to set a loving intention, and to place this journey in God's hands. If you feel led to sow your seed, thank you from my heart. May God bless you, your soulmate, and every step of this journey with peace, healing, protection, and divine guidance. Now, let's continue, because what happened last night may be more meaningful than you realize. Let's continue with divine message. The angels remind you that your job right now is simple. Keep tending to your own heart. Keep choosing thoughts that feel warm instead of thoughts that feel heavy. Keep noticing the small good moments in your day, a kind word, a beautiful sunset, a song that makes you smile, because these small moments are the universe softly reminding you that love is already all around you, and more of it is coming your way. As your soulmate continues their own quiet inner work, you may notice small shifts around you too. Unexpected conversations, new opportunities, gentle nudges that feel like they are pulling you towards something bigger. Pay attention to these moments, dear one, because they are not random. They are little breadcrumbs left along your path, guiding you closer to the love that is being prepared for you. You do not need to chase this love or force it to arrive sooner. In fact, the more you try to force it, the more resistance you may feel. Instead, dear one, let it come to you naturally, the way the sun rises each morning without ever being rushed. Trust the natural rhythm of your own becoming, and trust the natural rhythm of theirs too. Remember, healing is rarely a straight line. There may be days your soulmate takes 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and that is perfectly normal. That is simply part of being human. What matters is the overall direction, and the overall direction is toward you, toward healing, toward wholeness, toward a love that finally feels safe and real for both of you. The angels want to remind you one more time, dear one, that this entire journey is happening for a reason. Nothing about this waiting period is wasted. Every tear, every hopeful thought, every moment of doubt followed by renewed faith, all of it is shaping you into someone who will know exactly how to receive this love fully when it finally arrives, without fear, without hesitation, and without holding anything back. So as you go about the rest of your day today, dear one, carry this message with you gently in your heart. Know that you are deeply loved, deeply supported, and deeply guided, even on the days it does not feel that way. Know that your soulmate is quietly moving toward you, one small step at a time, and that this beautiful reunion is closer than you think. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust your own heart, and above all, trust that the love you have been hoping for, praying for, and quietly waiting for is already on its way to you, dear one, and it will arrive exactly when it is meant to, wrapped in more beauty and peace than you could have ever imagined. There is something else the angels want you to understand today, dear one. This period you are in right now is sacred. It is not simply a gap of empty time between where you are and where you are going. It is a season of quiet preparation, much like the quiet of winter before spring arrives. Nothing about winter looks like growth on the surface, yet underneath the soil, roots are stretching, seeds are softening, and life is gathering strength for the moment it will finally bloom. Your heart is doing the very same thing right now, even on days it feels like nothing is happening at all. You may catch yourself checking your phone a little more often lately, wondering if today will be the day something changes. You may find your mind drifting to your soulmate at random moments during the day, a certain song playing, a certain number appearing again and again, a certain feeling washing over you out of nowhere. These are not coincidences, dear one. These are gentle signs from your angels, soft little taps on your shoulder, reminding you that the connection between you and your soulmate is very much alive, even during the quiet in-between moments. Trust these signs when they come. You do not need to overanalyze every single one of them. Simply notice them, smile, and let them remind you that you are being watched over and guided with so much care. The universe rarely shouts. Most of the time it whispers, and these whispers are its way of saying, "Keep going, dear one, you are closer than you think." The angels also want to gently remind you that healing looks different for everyone. Your soulmate's healing may not look like what you expect it to look like. It may not follow a timeline that makes sense to you right now. There may be periods of silence, periods of distance, periods where it feels like absolutely nothing is moving forward. But please remember, dear one, stillness is not the same as absence. Even in silence, growth is happening. Even in distance, connection is still present on a soul level, quietly working behind the scenes. Allow yourself to release the need to control how this unfolds. You do not have to force conversations, chase reassurance, or rush the natural pace of your soulmate's healing. The more you can soften into trust, the more spacious and peaceful this waiting period will feel for you. And the truth is, dear one, the version of you who trusts fully and lets go with grace is the very version of you your soulmate's soul is being drawn toward. Think about the moments in your own life when you have grown the most. Chances are, those moments did not happen during times of comfort and ease. They happened during times of challenge, uncertainty, and quiet inner work. The same is true for your soulmate right now. What may look like struggle from the outside is actually the very thing shaping them into someone capable of loving you the way your heart deserves to be loved. The angels want you to release any guilt you may carry about wanting this love so deeply. Wanting love is not a weakness, dear one. It is one of the most natural, beautiful desires a soul can hold. You were never meant to walk through life alone, closed off, or guarded. You were created with a heart capable of deep love, and that capacity is not something to shrink or apologize for. Honor your desire for connection. It is sacred and it is valid. At the same time, dear one, let this desire motivate you rather than consume you. Let it be a gentle compass pointing you toward growth, rather than a constant ache pulling you into anxiety. There is a difference between longing with hope and longing with fear, and the angels want to help you shift fully into the first. Hopeful longing feels light, even in the waiting. Fearful longing feels heavy, urgent, and tight. Whenever you notice fear creeping in, pause, take a breath, and gently return to trust. This is a practice, not something you master overnight. So be patient and kind with yourself as you learn it. Something beautiful is happening for your soulmate right now that you may not be able to see clearly from where you stand. Old patterns that once kept them from fully opening their heart are beginning to loosen. Beliefs they once held about love, about worthiness, about what they deserve, are quietly being rewritten deep within them. This is powerful, deep work, and it takes courage for anyone to go through it. Send them silent compassion as they walk through this, even from a distance. Your understanding, even if they cannot feel it directly, contributes to the loving energy surrounding this entire process. The angels remind you that timing in matters of the heart is rarely about the calendar. It is about readiness, alignment, and inner truth. A love that arrives before both people are ready often struggles to survive its own weight. But a love that arrives once both people have done the necessary inner work tends to stand the test of time, because it is built on a foundation of two whole individuals choosing each other, rather than two incomplete people hoping the other will complete them. This is the kind of love being prepared for you, dear one, strong, steady, and built to last. As you continue moving through your days, try to create small rituals that nurture your own spirit. Perhaps it is a quiet morning moment with a warm drink before the day begins. Perhaps it is a few minutes spent journaling your thoughts and feelings honestly, without judgment. Perhaps it is spending time outdoors, letting fresh air and sunlight remind you that you are part of something much larger than your current circumstances. These small practices are not distractions from the waiting, dear one. They are the very substance of your becoming. You might also find comfort in speaking gently to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love deeply. Instead of telling yourself you are running out of time or that love is passing you by, try telling yourself that you are exactly where you need to be, that your story is unfolding beautifully, and that everything you are hoping for is already being arranged for you behind the scenes. Words matter, dear one. The way you speak to yourself shapes the energy you carry, and that energy quietly ripples outward into everything you experience. Take a quick second before we move forward. Many channels are reposting and copying our content, but authentic energy cannot be duplicated. For the strongest positive connection and divine guidance, always listen from the original angel's message for you channel with the black logo base. Now, let's continue with the message your angels want you to hear. The angels want you to know that they see every quiet moment of hope you hold on to, even when it feels small or fragile. They see every time you choose to believe again after a moment of doubt. They see every time you get back up after feeling discouraged. None of this goes unnoticed, dear one. Every ounce of faith you hold is being gently gathered and woven into the very love story you are hoping to experience. There may come a day soon, or perhaps a little further down the road, when you look back on this exact moment, this exact season of waiting, and you will understand it so clearly. You will see how every piece was necessary. You will see how the timing, even the parts that felt frustrating, was actually perfect. You will look at your soulmate, fully healed and fully present with you, and you will realize that everything you went through together, even apart, brought you both to a love far more beautiful than if it had arrived too soon. Until that day comes, dear one, continue choosing faith over fear, patience over pressure, and self-love over self-doubt. Continue believing, even softly, even quietly, that the love you desire is real and that it is making its way toward you with every passing day. The angels are walking this path with you, holding steady light for you when your own light feels dim, and reminding you gently, again and again, that you are never walking alone. Carry this message with you today, dear one. Let it settle softly into your heart. Let it remind you that you are deeply loved, deeply supported, and deeply guided every single step of the way. And when doubt tries to creep back in, come back to these words, and remember, this love is coming. It is already on its way to you, wrapped in more peace, more beauty, and more meaning than you could ever imagine. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey. something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.